Hey, what's going on? My name is Steven. I've lost 30 pounds in 60 days doing OMAD. OMAD. That's one meal a day. Okay, I'm 53 years old. Um, Ever since I was about 21, I would constantly overeat. The highest I've ever been is 196. And my dad had a huge tummy. He was always eating. Let me close the door. My brothers are they've had trouble with food. They've had trouble with food their whole lives, and I've basically went through drive-throughs constantly. Always overeating. A block of cheese a night. I'm 53 right now. I've tried every diet under the sun, and usually I get a couple days, maybe a week into it, and then there's just no way I could resist pizza or Taco Bell drive-through or going to, I just want you guys to know how much I ate, and I really don't think a lot of people out there ate more than me. I mean, maybe I don't know. I just can't express to you. It's only been 60 days, but within that 60 days, every single day has been wonderful. First off, I've got this diabetes type 2 thing here. My numbers were 5 and 600. If anybody knows anything about diabetes, diabetes type 2 is basically an eating disease. It was like that for about 8 years. In the last 60 days, now my numbers are between 70 and 120. So all the stuff that they tell you about diabetes, it's all basically to make money. All you got to do is just cut down on your eating. Basically with me, I tried that and it helped all the time. But now that I eat one time a day, I eat between 5 and 7. Sometimes I don't have music students until, whatever. So like 5 o'clock, if I'm not teaching, I eat then. And usually I eat the same stuff: salad, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of rice, whatever. And again, it's just little. Actually, my salads have been really, really big, but the weight has been just coming off and coming off, and almost every other day. I have had some plateaus where I was like, well, first off, from 190-ish to 180 was basically 4 or 5 days. That was over. So I got on the scale and I went, oh, I did weigh 190. But then I got 180. And then I got down to 178. And that lasted for like 2 weeks. I couldn't get less than that. But I watched this OMAD guy named Joe. He's been the biggest inspiration. I've watched all his videos like 20 times. He said, eat one plate a day, and he showed me what he ate. So I basically ate one plate every day. No cheats or this or that. Yes, I was hungry. And if you don't think you're going to be hungry, then sorry, because you're going to be hungry. There's some times where I was just so starving, and in the middle of the night, I had to have just like 2 spoonfuls of rice. You can call that cheating, but it got me right back to sleep because I couldn't get back to sleep. But basically, one meal a day. And the best thing about this isn't one of those things where, like in my life, it happened for a little bit. I mean, I'm 160 now. And I know in like 3 months from now, I'm going to be like 140 or less. And but the best thing about it is not that I'm able to walk around. I didn't get out of bed for 2 years. I had a friggin' heart attack. I had 4 stents in my arteries because I was overeating and I was a pig and I was on this diabetes. But I don't have the diabetes anymore. And if you say, oh, well, you can't get rid of diabetes. Well, let me tell you something. If I went to a doctor right now and they took a blood draw, look, they took blood out of my arm the other day for it, there'd be no history. They couldn't see any of the numbers on my A1C. It's all perfect. Everything, because I eat once a day. Before, every situation all I thought about was food. If I went to somebody's house, or I knew the second I walked in my daughter's house, she's got these Planters dry nuts, and I would just take a couple handfuls of those. But that would get they call it, if you don't know anything about insulin or this or that, it basically makes you hungrier. You notice how, like, if you don't eat all day, but then somebody gives you a little bit, you start becoming starving? McDonald's is good for that. If I'm not hungry, I go there and eat a hamburger. I could eat like 50 of them. But I don't really eat that. Now, I didn't plan this video because I just basically want to say, here's what I do. I eat one meal a day, about 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, sometimes at 7. I have one plate. I put a lot of lettuce on there, a little bit of chicken, fixings and stuff like that. You put a little bit of, about half a cup of rice, and I eat it. And afterwards, I'm a little hungry. But I'm gonna lose. But I've lost so much weight. I'm just so happy about it. And there's a lot of people online that are doing it. But I keep trying to say this to you. I'm basically, the best thing about this, the best thing, is I'm in control. I can go into somebody's house that's having a pizza party. I don't even care because I know I'm going to eat between 5 and 7. Now, if it's between 5 and 7, and I'm not going to pick a piece of pizza and sit there and start eating it. I need somewhere to sit down, have all my stuff in front of me, my drink, which is usually water, it is only water, my drink, my food and stuff, and I'm going to eat it there. A couple of restaurants I didn't do really good at. Because, they'll bring you first the salad, then you'll bring your bread, then you'll bring you a taco, I don't eat like that. In fact, I won't even go to those places. I'll say, give me everything at once, or I can't eat here. You get it all at once. You gotta have a system. I mean, if you're almost 200 pounds, I'm only like 5'5". So I'm not tall or anything. I was a little fat guy. And bald. I had to dye my hair. It was gray. Fat, bald, and gray. And I was awful looking. If I showed you some before pictures, you wouldn't believe it. But I'm too lazy. Maybe next time, if anybody watches this video, I'll do an update. But the best thing is the supreme sense of control. My diabetes numbers, watch, I'll show you. I haven't even checked them for a while. 92. 92 is incredible. I don't really have diabetes anymore. Look, 105, 94, 96. This is all perfect. I can show you my other blood meter. This is like a fancy one. That one, 300, 400, 500, 400, 250. But with eating once a day, it's basically like having a parent or a school teacher say, your meal time comes at this time. I think if they made all the prisoners in the world eat just once a day, I think a lot of problems would be solved. Think about it. I mean, so much emotional problem stuff. Whenever I ate, I would be totally tired, this and that. Now, I don't know if this is a beneficial video. All I know is I have lost 30 pounds so far. It's like a pound every other day in 60 days. Okay, actually 59 days. Today is 59. I got a couple videos on here because I'm trying to do a YouTube channel. I basically was in bed for the last 2 years when I had a heart attack. I teach music and I don't have a lot of friends. So I basically I'm doing this so people will make comments or, I'm in a couple Facebook groups, about health and weight loss and stuff. But I wanted to share my success. This is the first time in probably about 21 years that my whole life wasn't about food and stuff. Even when I was doing good and I was doing great things in my business and music and all these great stuff, I still would, afterwards, I'd go out and celebrate and have this or go through Taco Bell drive-thru. I could not eat the whole day, but then if I was done at about 12 or 1, I'm like, I'm going to celebrate with some food. You all know what I'm talking about. I can't go into the level of commitment to this. I really don't think in a couple of weeks or days or anything. I mean, I feel like I did when I used to have boobs here. Sorry. I feel like I did when I was in high school. I mean, I used to watch movies about a year ago when I was fat and in bed and sick, and my wife was basically my enabler. I'd text her and say, McDonald's, bring me this, 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 and this, and or bring me a block of cheese, and she'd do it all the time. She didn't. I guess she didn't know how severe it was, but I forgot what I was going to say because I'm kind of hyper right now. I'm excited about it. I'm not used to doing these videos, but basically, it's the level of. I know I'm going to say it over and over and over. It's the level of never going back. Oh yeah, I feel like I do in high school. Oh yeah, when I used to watch movies and stuff, I was actually jealous of people walking around town. I saw John Travolta or all these kind of people just in the movie walking and or that. Limitless, I remember he was walking through New York, and I'm going, I can't even walk. And then I had this breathing problem for about a year and a half after my heart attack. Everything was I was breathing really, really hard, and I went to a pulmonologist. That's my big word that I learned. He did every single test. That's a lung doctor. Couldn't find anything wrong with me. Went back to the heart doctor. Tried everything. He couldn't find anything wrong with me. I go, well, I can't breathe. And go, I got to keep taking breaths when I'm talking to people. I can barely teach music now. Once I lost about 25 pounds, actually maybe like 20, my breathing problem was over. And that was at least for a year. In the hospital, I needed oxygen. I was a fat pig. I had a gut. I mean, I'm still, right now, I'm 160 and I'm like 5'5". I need to be about 130 or 140. I'm convinced I could get to whatever weight I would want to be. But all I want now is, I'd like to eat pizza again, but I really don't care. I feel so good. I've been walking around with friends, doing things. Before I didn't do anything. I have 3 daughters, and I didn't want them. They're like older. They're like 15 and 28 and 22. I didn't want them to call and ask, Dad, would you like to do something? I didn't want them to call. I turned my phone off in the other room because I couldn't do anything except for go to the bathroom all day long and use like a whole roll of toilet paper. I was a piggy. Okay, I'm getting a little bit off. I got a little cough today. I'm just going to post this just to see if it'll help anybody. I lost 30 pounds in like 60 days, and I'm going strong. 1 meal a day. You don't have to worry about this keto people and stuff. No, I respect you keto people. I'm just not doing it. I don't, it's just, I know that they're really, whatever. Okay, I'm just eating 1 meal a day, usually a pretty big salad, a nice little bit of chicken in there, and a little bit of beans or rice or something. I went to a fried chicken place and had couple pieces of chicken, fries, and a little fritter thing set by the water. That was fine too. I only weigh myself once a week, and there might be some plateaus. But the best thing is, I know I'm eating once a day, so even when I have a plateau and I didn't lose anything in the week, I think to myself, well, this is kind of weird. I didn't eat what I would usually eat, 3 bagels and cream cheese in the morning. At night I would snack. I couldn't watch television without snacking. I could not eat for days, which I didn't. I ate constantly. But if I put on a TV or I was in a movie, I had to eat. Not now. I went to see the Mr. Rogers movie. I didn't even order popcorn, although it smelled good. But I'm just excited to eat my 1 meal at night. I can go on forever. I don't think anybody's going to watch this, but if you want to watch more of me, talk to me. I bet you if I do another video, I won't be 160 anymore. I'll be either 155, 150, or 140. And my face was a big balloon. I had a moon face. I don't know what else to say, but I don't think you're going to watch. This is a pretty long video. Okay, love you guys. OMAD for life. OMAD. Look up other OMAD people. But actually, when I started looking up all these other OMAD people, they all had different things that they did. And it kind of messed me up a little bit. They'd say, don't do this or don't. So I kind of stuck with the one guy. And thank you. And I want to answer as many questions as you want. because I only work part-time, a couple hours a day, and I'm looking for a new life. Maybe I'll be a YouTube guy. All right.